¿Hay alguien que no hable inglés? ¿Que no entienda el inglés? ¿Tú no entiendes?
So, let's start this Guru Vandana. Namaste. This is Swami Prabodhananda again, and today we are here to have this evening satsang.
Soy Swami Prabodhananda y estamos aquí para hoy tener este satsang de la tarde.
So in the morning we have discussed Kathopanishad.
Esta mañana hemos discutido el Kota Upanishad.
It's a Upanishad. It's a Vedantic scriptures where there is a conversation between Yama and Nachiketa.
Es un texto,
Es la conversación.
es la conversación sí, de Nachiketa y el dios Yama.
El dios de la muerte.
So in the evening, we are here to discuss about some teachings of Lord Krishna in the Bhagavad Gita.
Dicen, por la tarde estamos aquí para discutir de unas enseñanzas de el Señor Krishna.
So, when we approach spirituality, we have this idea that spiritual life is completely different life. It is completely a different life from the normal, regular life.
Cuando nos aproximamos a la espiritualidad, pensamos que la vida espiritual es una vida completamente diferente de la vida que llevamos actualmente.
And because we have this idea, that is why we do not approach spirituality, because we think that because this is a completely different world, so our problems, our hardships, our challenges will not be solved in this path.
Pero como sentimos que el mundo espiritual es un mundo tan diferente al que vivimos, es por eso que no nos acercamos a él para solventar las cosas que necesitamos.
Los obstáculos del día a día.
So, our problems, our challenges, our life, the spirituality deals with this. Spirituality deals with our problems. Spirituality deals with our challenges, our hardships.
Pero la espiritualidad, deals, que
Nos ayuda a gestionar
todos los problemas que tenemos en nuestra vida, todos los obstáculos con los que nos encontramos.
So when we come here, then we realize that what we are missing. We see that we have been missing a very, important part of our life.
Y cuando venimos aquí nos damos cuenta de que nos falta una cosa importante en nuestra vida.
So, we start from here, the teachings. Here, Lord Krishna says that Yang hina vyathayante te purusham purushastava sama sukha dukham dhiram sa amritatvaya kalpate. Bhagavad Gita or the scriptures or spiritual world, they accept our reality. They accept that we are all in pain.
Las escrituras aceptan que estamos todos sufriendo.
And to take us away from our pain, to give us, to give us liberation from our pain, to liberate us from this pain. This is what spirituality is all about.
Y la espiritualidad en realidad es para liberarnos de este sufrimiento, de este dolor.
So it says that yam hina vyathayante, like it says that there is pain, there is suffering in this world. But if you do not suffer, if you make yourself very strong, that the sufferings of this world, the sufferings that you face, they do not break you. They do not have any impact on you.
Dice que aunque hay sufrimiento y hay dolor en este mundo, puedes hacerte fuerte para que estos dolores y estos sufrimientos no te afecten, no te rompan.
So how to make us that kind of strong, where the challenges of this life, the pain and the sufferings of this life, they do not affect us. How can we make ourselves so strong?
¿Cómo podemos hacernos lo suficientemente fuertes para que estos dolores y estos sufrimientos no nos rompan, no nos afecten?
It says that sama sukha dukham dhiram. It says we have to change the focus of our life. We have to change the approach of our life. The way we approach in this life, we have to change it. We have to transform this approach.
Tenemos que cambiar el foco de nuestra vida, cómo nos acercamos a él.
Like in our life, there are two realities. One is happiness. So, when we are happy, when we are in a happy times, we all become, we all enjoy, and we want these happy days should prolong. It should go on.
Momentos felices, lo que queremos es que estos momentos
Process. We become attached to this. We become attached to those.
nos apegamos a estos días de felicidad.
But like the day and the night, now it is evening and the night is approaching. Before 2 hours it was a day, but this day has transformed itself into night. So in the same way, happiness also transforms itself into sorrow.
Como el día y la noche. Ahora estamos de día, pero en unas horas será de noche. Pues así es la felicidad con el sufrimiento.
Each man, they want the happiness to prolong. They want happiness.
Cualquier hombre quiere que esta felicidad se prolongue.
But the wise man knows that happiness and sorrow are the same. They're going to come.
Pero el hombre sabio sabe que la felicidad y el sufrimiento son lo mismo.
So here Lord Krishna says that you have to treat these two realities of your life the same.
Aquí el Señor Krishna dice que tienes que tratar estas dos realidades como lo mismo.
When there is sorrow, you have to welcome that sorrow with happiness.
Cuando hay sufrimiento, tienes que darle bienvenida a este sufrimiento.
The way you welcome happy days, the way you welcome all your good times, in the same way, you have to welcome your bad times. You have to face it. You have to embrace it.
Cuando das la bienvenida, así como das la bienvenida a los buenos momentos, tienes que dar la bienvenida a cuando viene sufrimiento.
And as you embrace it, as you embrace your, bad times or sorrow, you see, there is nothing called sorrow. There is nothing called pain. There is nothing called sufferings.
A medida que abraces este sufrimiento, este dolor, te vas a dar cuenta que en realidad no hay nada de sufrimiento y de dolor.
So, samasukha dukam dhiram. The wise men, they treat the happiness and the sorrow to be the same. And in this way, they realize that there is nothing called happiness, there is nothing called sorrow. Life is mixture of two. Life is the amalgamation of these two realities. Both is going to come and both is going to go. Nothing is going to stay here. Everything is a passing phenomenon.
Los sabios abrazan el sufrimiento y la felicidad igual. Los dos son como una amalgama, se amalgaman, son la misma realidad.
So, samasukha dukam dhiram sa amritatvaya kalpate. What is the goal of our life? Our life is inching towards death, isn't it? Just moving.
Dice, ¿cuál es el objetivo de nuestra vida? Todos sabemos que el objetivo de nuestra vida es que vamos a morir.
But as we are moving towards death, we don't want to go, we want to live. We want to live more. Though our life is going to end, but still we want to live.
Pero a medida que nos acercamos a la muerte, aparece un sentimiento de que queremos seguir viviendo y que no queremos morir.
So the general goal of every human being is to have an immortal life, is to enjoy an immortal life. They don't want to die.
Así que el objetivo de cualquier persona es el disfrutar de una vida inmortal, porque nadie quiere morir.
But is there any way that we cannot die? Is there any way? Everybody has to die.
Pero hay una manera de que podemos no morir, o sea, todo el mundo va a morir.
So how it is possible that we attain the state of immortality?
¿Cómo podemos alcanzar este estado de inmortalidad?
How it is possible that we don't die, we always remain existent in this world?
¿Cómo
It says that you need to know yourself. You have to know yourself. You have to know who you are.
Dice que tienes que conocer quién eres, tienes que conocer quién realmente eres.
So, this new thing which comes to us is a new subject. So, whenever I think about myself, what do I think? I think that I am a name, I am a form. I've been given a name and I'm that form.
Siempre pienso que siempre que pienso en mí, pienso que soy una forma, que me han dado un nombre y que soy una forma.
Okay? So, the spirituality tells us that you are not this name, you are not this form. You are the consciousness, you are the reality, you are bliss absolute, you are truth, you are knowledge. This is what you are.
La espiritualidad nos dice que tú no eres esta forma, que no eres este nombre, que eres dicha absoluta, que eres conciencia, que eres verdad.
So now we come to a new reality. That is, the one which we thought that we were is not us. We are something else. The spiritual text, the spiritual master, the wise man tells us that I am not this name, I am not this form. I am not that what I used to be or I used to think myself to be.
El maestro espiritual nos dice, yo no soy esta forma, yo no soy este nombre, yo no soy aquello que yo pensaba que era, soy otra cosa.
So this other thing is this, that I am this consciousness. I'm the self, I'm the consciousness. I am not the name, I'm not the body, I'm not the mind, I'm not the intellect, I'm not the ego. I am the consciousness, I am the self.
Esta nueva cosa es que soy la conciencia, que soy la... ¿ves?
Que no soy el nombre ni el cuerpo, soy la conciencia.
So, this is a new subject to me. How can I know this? How can I come to this reality where I know that I am the consciousness?
Dice, este es un nuevo tema para mí. ¿Cómo puedo alcanzar a poder ver que soy esa conciencia?
Lord Krishna says that when you consider these two realities of life, that is happiness and sorrow, to be the same, when you come to this sameness, then you become capable of understanding or capable to realize who you really are.
El Señor Krishna dice que cuando entiendes que estas dos realidades, este sufrimiento y felicidad, son la misma cosa, empiezas a comprender quién tú eres.
Like we have different approaches towards different realities of our life.
Diferentes aproximaciones a las realidades de esta vida.
We face many things in our life. Every day is a new day, and every
cosas en nuestra vida.
Cada día es diferente.
Cada día es diferente.
And as the experiences changes, our approach, our reaction to those experiences also changes. So we are in a process of change.
Estamos en un proceso de cambio. A medida que las experiencias cambian, nuestra manera de aproximarnos a ellas cambian.
But here Lord Krishna says that you should have the same approach towards each and every reality that come to you, each and every experiences that you have, that you under. You have to have the same kind of approach. You have to have the same kind of, you have to react in the same way.
Aquí el Señor Krishna dice que en cualquier cosa que encares en la vida tienes que tener la misma, encararlo de la misma manera.
So, this is called sameness. This is called the yoga of sameness, where we treat each and every aspect of our life to be the same.
Dice que este es el yoga de la igualdad, ¿no? El sameness, igualdad, en donde encaras cualquier cosa que pasa de la misma manera.
So when we talk about yogi, yoga and yogi, we know about yoga. That is the state where we become one with the consciousness. And the person who who attains this state of yoga is called a yogi.
Dice que hablamos del yogi, todos conocemos lo del yoga, que es este estado donde alcanzamos esta igualdad, esta similitud, esta unión, ¿no? Y el yogi es aquel que trae este estado.
So a yogi always treats everybody to be the same.
El yogi predica a todo el mundo de que es lo mismo.
We have many kinds of friends. Like we have well-wisher, we have friends, we have companions, we have like colleagues, we have enemies, we have people who are critics, we have people who are very neutral to us. This is what we have in our life, and each and we have different kind of approach.
Tenemos diferentes tipos de amigos, tenemos colegas, tenemos enemigos, gente neutral, gente que aparece, y con todos tenemos unas diferentes actitudes o reacciones.
But a yogi always treats everybody to be the same.
Pero el yogi trata a todos igual.
For him, the friend and the enemy is the same.
El amigo y el enemigo son lo mismo.
For him, welcome. For him, a well-wisher and a critic, a person who is a admirer and the person who is a critic, both are the same.
Para él, aquel que lo critica o aquel que lo admira es lo mismo.
So this is what the yogi is. And by saying this, Lord Krishna is trying to tell us that you also have to become like this. You also have to have the same approach towards each and every aspect of your life, to each and aspect realities of your life.
Aquí el Señor Krishna dice que tenemos que ser como el yogi y encarar cualquier situación en nuestra vida de la misma manera.
Okay, and as you do this, slowly you will see that you come across a new kind of reality within yourself. You discover a world which you never knew that it existed within you.
Y mientras haces esto, practicas esto, vas a descubrir una nueva realidad en ti mismo y te darás cuenta de que el mundo cambia.
Like
Descubres un nuevo mundo dentro de ti.
when we talk about God, we all have faith in God. But do we have faith that we are going to see God? Do you have faith?
Cuando hablamos de Dios, todos tenemos fe en Dios, pero ¿tenemos la fe de que vamos a ver a Dios?
We have faith in God because we have been told that God is there. And we need to pray. We need to show respect. We need to show our reverence. We need to pray. We have been told, and that is why we're doing it.
Tenemos fe en Dios porque nos han dicho que tenemos que tener. Entonces estamos rezando o estamos yendo hacia Él, pero porque nos lo han dicho.
But how many of you have gone to the temple, seen the deity, and wanted to know or wanted to see the real one? Wanted to see that this is God. Where is God?
Pero ¿cuántos de vosotros habéis ido al templo y habéis mirado la deidad y habéis preguntado, ha salido el anhelo de quiero conocer a este Dios, quién es este Dios, dónde está Dios?
If you see, then you will see that in thousands and thousands of human beings, there will be one or two who would like to know who God is, or where God is, or how to know God. The rest only are believers. They believe.
Dice, de millones y millones de personas, veréis que solo uno o dos realmente quiere conocer a Dios, quiere saber de Dios.
So believers,
Sí.
believers and non-believers are very, very similar. They're all the same.
Los creyentes son muy, muy parecidos.
I believe and I don't believe. They're both same.
El creo o no creo son...
My faith is without experience. If my faith does not have any knowledge, then my faith can at any point become, vague. I will not have that faith.
La fe sin experiencia se vuelve
sea, si tengo
se vuelve
fe
débil.
sin experiencia, en cualquier momento se puede perder.
Se puede perder.
So the most important thing is to have the experience.
La cosa más importante es tener la experiencia.
The experience of God.
La
The
experiencia de
experience
Dios,
of reality.
la experiencia de la realidad.
How to experience God.
¿Cómo ha experimentado a Dios?
You know, we have everything we have in this world,
Todo lo que tenemos en este mundo,
but there is nothing which says that yes, this is the way to realize God. There's no way.
pero nadie nos dice que esta es la manera de experienciar a Dios. Esa es la manera.
The first thing or the first step towards realization of God is, as we have already said, to have faith in yourself that you can do it.
La primera cosa para tener la realización de Dios es tener la fe de que puedes hacerlo.
If you don't have faith in yourself,
Si no tienes fe en ti mismo,
if you have faith in God, then also you will not realize God. You have to have faith in yourself.
si solo tienes fe en Dios, no lo vas a poder realizar. Tienes que tener fe en ti mismo.
You have to faith in yourself in each and every aspect of your life, in each and every work that you undergo, each and every work that you do. That
Tienes que tener fe en ti mismo en cada trabajo que hagas, en cualquier cosa que pase en tu mundo.
En cada aspecto de tu vida.
So the first step is to have faith. Number 2 is to desire to know Him. Is to have a wish, is to have a desire, an utmost desire, a very sincere desire. The desire should be very sincere.
El segundo punto es tener un deseo muy sincero por conocer a Dios.
So if you have this sincere desire that I want to know Him, then you will see that you will be directed towards the path of self-realization, be directed towards the path of realization of God.
Si tienes un deseo sincero, verás que automáticamente eres llevado a este camino para la realización de Dios, para la realización de ti mismo.
As you approach towards this reality,
A medida que te acercas a esta realidad,
as you approach towards this path, you see that you come across a person called Guru, a person who says that I have realized God.
dice que cuando te acercas a este camino te vas a dar cuenta que aparece una persona que es el gurú que dice yo he realizado a Dios.
Like in every subject, in every aspect, we need a master, we need a guide. Here also, in spiritual path, we need a person who will guide us.
En cualquier aspecto de nuestra vida necesitamos alguien que nos enseñe. Igual en el camino espiritual necesitamos un maestro que nos lleve hacia ahí.
So, why in the spiritual path it is needed? Because we are talking about a reality which we cannot see.
¿Por qué esto es importante? Porque estamos hablando de una realidad que no se ve.
We are talking about a reality which we cannot think, we cannot perceive.
No podemos ni pensarla, no podemos percibirla.
The self, which is the reality, is beyond speech, is beyond mind, is beyond your ego, is beyond your perception. So, you cannot perceive him, you cannot think about him. So you have to go to that point, you have to realize something which you cannot think, which you cannot perceive.
Porque este ser está más allá del ego, de la mente, de la percepción. No podemos ir ahí con los sentidos.
So when we go to the guru, when we go to the master, what does the master do? Like here, Lord Krishna is the master.
¿Qué hace el gurú? Cuando llegamos al gurú, ¿qué hace? Aquí el Señor Krishna es el maestro.
Lord Krishna is showing the way.
Está enseñando el camino de la realización de Dios.
That
Está dando una solución.
is giving a path. Yogastha. By being in the state of yoga, by being in the state of yoga, you undergo your work. Okay? Now, what does it mean?
Dice que da la solución que estando en este estado de yoga, haces tu trabajo.
When we work, What are we at that time?
Cuando trabajamos, ¿qué somos en ese momento?
We are a doer. We are a person. We are a doer.
Somos una
We
persona,
do.
somos el hacedor, hacemos.
And when we work, we are working for a result.
Y cuando trabajamos, lo hacemos para obtener un resultado.
So the doer of the work is attached to the results of the actions.
Así que el hacedor del trabajo está apegado a los resultados de ese trabajo.
Every action has a doer, as an actor. And this actor acts because he needs results.
Cada acción está hecha por un hacedor que está queriendo resultados.
And without result, he cannot think about action.
Y sin resultados no puede pensar en la acción.
But here Lord Krishna says, Yogastha Kuru Karmani. You need to work by being in the state of yoga. Now, what is yoga?
Pero aquí Shri Krishna está diciendo que tienes que trabajar en el estado de yoga. ¿Y qué eso significa?
Yoga means the state of unification with the Lord, the state of unification with the Supreme, the state of oneness with the self, with consciousness.
Dice, yoga significa la unión, el estado de unión con Dios, con la unidad.
So we are talking about consciousness. We are talking about realization of consciousness. Here Krishna is saying that you need to remain one. You need to have, you need to have this, you need to feel this oneness with the self. And that is called Yogastha. Now, how can I feel oneness with that self while I am in my work?
¿Cómo puedo sentir esta conciencia, esta unidad con el ser mientras trabajo?
It says that you need to always remember who you are. You need to always have it in mind who you are.
Tener siempre en mente quién eres.
Who are you?
¿Quién eres?
You are not the mind.
Eres la mente.
You are not the intellect
Eres el intelecto.
or the ego. You are the self.
Te apegas a las acciones.
But when you think yourself to be the consciousness, then you don't get attached to actions. You remain unattached.
Cuando piensas que eres las acciones, que eres la conciencia, no te apegas a las acciones.
So always you have to repeat this word, that I am the self. I am the self. I am self.
Siempre tienes que
I am consciousness. I am consciousness. You have to repeat this word again and again.
Tienes que repetir estas palabras. Soy la conciencia, soy la conciencia, soy la conciencia, soy el ser, soy el ser, soy el ser. Repetirlas.
And while we do this, then our perception about the doer will change. We think that we are an individual, we are a person.
Y mientras haces esto, vas a cambiar la percepción de quién eres para llevarla a la percepción de que eres el ser.
So, our perception will change. We will think that, we will understand, we will know that we are not the self. We are not the name or the form. We are the self, we are consciousness.
Mientras hacemos esto, vamos a comprender que no somos la forma, que no somos el nombre, sino que somos la conciencia.
And then, what he says, Sangam Tektva Dhananjaya. He says that every action has a result.
Se dice que cada acción tiene un resultado.
And we do our actions for the results.
Y hacemos estas acciones para los resultados.
That means we are all attached to the results.
Y que estamos apegados a los resultados.
It says, Lord Krishna says, that you need to separate yourself from the attachment of the results of your actions.
Krishna dice que separarte del apego a los resultados de las acciones.
As you become unattached from the results of your actions, then you see that you are very near to the reality. You are very near to the self.
Cuando haces esto y te desapegas del resultado de las acciones, te vas a dar cuenta que estás más cercano a la realidad, a este saber que eres el ser.
So every action of ours has two results. One is success or the other is failure.
Uno es el success, el logro, y el otro es el failure.
Éxito
No,
O fracaso, éxito y fracaso.
So one is success and the other is failure.
Eso. Fracaso y éxito.
What we do is we always need the success
Siempre buscamos el éxito
and we run away from the failures.
y huimos del fracaso.
Lord Krishna says, Siddha Siddho Samo Bhutva. That is, you need to treat your success and failures.
Shri Krishna dice que necesitas tratar el fracaso y el éxito por igual.
Like, when we are successful, we are happy. And when we fail, we become sad. Lord Krishna says that you should not be sad when you are happy, when you have failed. You should accept this challenge. You should accept this reality with grace. Okay, you tried, you could not do it. Accept this with grace. Don't be broken. Don't be disheartened. Don't be sad.
Dice que debemos tratar el éxito y el fracaso por igual. Normalmente cuando fracasamos nos ponemos tristes y deprimidos y Shri Krishna dice, no, tú tendrías que tratar el fracaso por igual, con acción de que lo has intentado y que está bien.
Okay, so Siddha Siddho Samo Bhutva. You have to treat the profit and loss or success and failure to be the same. Why? Because this sameness, Samatam Yoga Utte. The sameness is yoga. The sameness is attaining the state of yoga or oneness.
Debes tratar el fracaso y el éxito por igual porque al hacer esto llegas al estado del yoga, de la unidad.
So today we stop here. As we go forward, then we will discuss. If you have any question, you can ask.
Sí, dice que por ahora este discurso acabamos y que si tenéis cualquier pregunta, pues que preguntéis.
Ya.
Sí.
¿Qué capítulo era de la Bhagavad Gita que hablamos?
It's the second chapter.
Podéis preguntar cualquier cosa.